Files are used to store data, application execution code, and anything else that needs to be stored. File management tools are an important collection of features in any operating system. Windows operating systems provide support for multiple file systems, the use of data encryption and compression, and a special management feature called libraries. This chapter introduces all of these topics: understanding file systems, working with encryption, and using libraries. A file system defines the methods used to store and retrieve data using storage devices. The file system usually includes the following features or components at a minimum: a defined structure for storing data on the storage unit, a method for referencing the location of the data on the storage unit, and constraints on factors such as file sizes, number of files, and file names. The following file systems are supported in Windows 7, where the number indicates the bit level of the file system. FAT12 is most commonly used for formatting floppy disk. In most cases, you only have to choose the file system when formatting internal or removable drives larger than a few megabytes, 16 megabytes to be specific. When making your choice, consider the factors in the table. As you can see from the table, NTFS supports the largest volume sizes, file sizes, and number of files. For this reason alone, it would be a preferred file system on larger volumes. However, it also adds enhanced features, as previously mentioned, beyond just the enhanced file size support. Windows 7 also introduces several new features to NTFS. Files can now be read from a disk at the same time as data is being flushed to the disk using the Disk Cache Manager, which enhances overall system performance. Short file names can now be disabled on a volume basis, where earlier versions required that they be disabled globally or not at all. And file system metadata related to sparse file and the encrypted file system can now be defragmented. Metadata is data that describes other data. For example, it may include encryption keys used by encryption file systems. If you want to encrypt your files or folders, you can navigate to the location where the file is stored, right-click the file and select Properties. On the General tab, click the Advanced button. Check the Encrypt Contents to Secure Data option as shown here. Click OK to close the Advanced Attributes dialog box, and then click OK again to close the Properties dialog. When you look at the file in Windows Explorer, you will see that the file is now green, indicating it's been encrypted. If you've encrypted files or folders on your computer, it's important that you back up your file encryption certificate and key. So you should see this dialog box immediately to back up your file encryption certificate and key to a safe location to ensure that you can recover your data later should the key on the hard drive become damaged. Unlike EFS, BitLocker encrypts the entire volume. BitLocker was first introduced with Windows Vista and has been enhanced in Windows 7. It can be used to encrypt the following volumes: storage-only volumes that do not contain operating system files, the operating system volumes, and USB flash drive volumes. BitLocker has the following requirements: a trusted platform module chip for storage of encryption keys, or a USB flash drive for storage of your encryption keys. And you must have Windows Vista or later operating system that supports BitLocker. To encrypt a volume of a flash drive with BitLocker on a system that meets the requirements previously listed, you would click on Start, go to Control Panel, select System and Security category, select BitLocker Drive Encryption. From the drive you wish to encrypt, choose Turn on BitLocker, and follow the prompts in the BitLocker Drive Encryption wizard. Another benefit of NTFS is the ability to compress data. After compressing data, you can see the space saved by viewing the properties of the file. On the General tab, as shown in the figure, you will see Size attribute as well as the Size on Disk attribute. The difference between the two is the amount of savings provided by the compression. Keep in mind you cannot do encryption and compression at the same time. Library is nothing more than a collection of documents and folders that you want to combine into a single interface. Using libraries, you can better organize your data and the different documents that you use for all of your applications. Libraries include the following important features and functionality: tagging features so that picture items can be easily organized and located, custom arrangement options so that you can view a file library by folder, date modified, author, data type, name, or custom tags assigned by the user, the ability to include multiple folders in a single library, the ability to optimize each library for the type of included data so that indexing is more efficient and searching is faster. You should also understand that only one of the folders in a multi-folder library can be the default save location. When you drag a file to the library, it is saved in the default save folder. In this example, we can see the document properties with the default folder of My Documents, which is located in C:\users\tom. For many users, the existing libraries, documents, music, pictures, and videos may be sufficient. Other users will want to create custom libraries. To create a custom library, follow this procedure. Open Explorer, right-click on Libraries on the left panel and select New Library. Enter a name for the new library and press Enter. Click on the newly created library to display the notification screen that includes the library is empty. Click the Include a Folder button to add a new folder to the library and browse for the desired folder. Select it and click Include Folder. After you create a library, you can configure its properties to meet your needs. The figure shows the Properties dialog for a custom library. As you can see, you can have a limited number of properties that can be configured for a library through this interface. You can configure any of the following settings: library locations, the default save location, library optimization setting, whether to show the library in the navigation pane, whether to show the library when a home group is used with the shared option, and whether to restore the defaults of the libraries that are pre-configured. In Chapter 9, you'll be reading about understanding file systems, working with encryption, and using libraries.